Hi guys, this is the Poinsettia Granny Square, and this is what we're going to do today. Kind of wish I had a red yarn. I do not, which makes me think of what poinsettias are, but this might be pretty done with a red and then a green on the outside, kind of looking more like the plant. But anyway, this is just some yarn I got out of a Goodwill craft box. I showed it on a video, but we are going to do this today. And so if you want to do it with us, I am using an acrylic yarn. You've seen this color because, like I said in a previous video, I tend to use up a yarn, and this does take quite a bit of yarn for this. It took almost that whole little ball I had, and I'm trying to think of, let me see if I can find how much was in it. Okay, that kit doesn't give the amount. It's not very big, but anyway, let's get started. I'm just going to go ahead and use our gold color yarn here. Let's find, maybe get a white background. I'm not sure. You have to tell me which way you think is better, the white or the black. I'll put that in a stash, and maybe by the time we go through a lot of these squares, I'll have enough to do a sample blanket. So we are just going to follow, again, this is out of the book I've been using, Granny Square book by Margaret Hubert, and skill level, it says intermediate, but if I figured it out, I know you can. And so let's do it together. Let's see. We start off with a chain of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to slip stitch this together. We're going to start out simple. We're going to change 3, which is going to be count as our double crochet, our first one. And then we're going to add 16 double crochets into our circle here. Well, 15 more. Remember that chain 3 is one of them. So we want to make sure when we get done at the end, we have 16. So I'm going to let you do that. And I'm going to meet you when we have the 16. And then we'll start on row 2. Okay, so I have my 16. We are going to do a slip stitch here to connect our ring circles of double crochets. And now on row 2, we're going to crochet 4, 2, 3, 4. That is going to be a double crochet plus chain 1. And on this row, we are going to be doing 8 petals, so we're going to do the start of that. So we go from here, and in here we are going to be doing 5 double crochets. Okay, and so in between these, we are going to chain 1, put a double crochet in the next stitch, chain 1, and start our 5 again. Okay, so 3. 5. If you're unsure, just give it a quick look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chain 1. Next one, we're going to put a double crochet chain 1, and then 5 double crochets. Now we're going to do this all the way around, so I'm going to pause it here and let you guys, everybody work and get me, and I'm going to work around until we get back to where we started. 3, 4, 5. Just remember between the chain and 1 single double crochet, chain, and then 5 double crochets in your next stitch, and we'll see you at the end. Okay, so if you've gotten all the way around, we want to make sure we count and make sure we have 8 of these double crochets, 5 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it's real easy. If you do a little bit, spot the difference with the short I posted and the one I just showed you, you will see that I caught some mistakes. So I redid it so I'd have it done properly. I'm going to give another quick look if you want to try to play a little game there. And I had 2 mistakes, and I didn't notice it until I posted it, and I was watching it over again. And so we want to make sure that we have this, because that's what happened. I missed one of these. I had 7 instead of 8, and I didn't even notice it. So until, as I said, I was done and I had already posted it. So this is the best time to check it. So what we're going to do here is chain 4 again. Remember, it's double crochet plus a chain, and we're going to go right back in there and do a double crochet. It gets a lot to maneuver and keep in your hand, as you're going to see here, because we're going to get a lot of yarn. Then we're going to chain 1, and then we are going to start, and this time we're going to put 2 double crochets in each stitch. So we're going to just, here's our first one, we're going to put 2 double crochets. So where we have 5, we should end up with 10. And just kind of make sure you have 2 in each one. It's very easy to skip and put 1 in there, so it's just always good to kind of double check at short points. That way you won't have a long way to undo. So we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to chain 1 on top of this lone standing double crochet. We're going to put a double crochet, chain 1. It's like a V-stitch in there. I don't know why I just don't say that. Everybody knows what that is. Then we're going to start that again. It's to repeat all the way around. 2 in each of the 5 together. And then our standing alone, we're going to chain 1, put a V-stitch, which is a double crochet, chain, and a double crochet. And then we're going to follow this all the way around. And I'm going to let you guys work that out. We'll stop and revisit it again a little bit. So I'm going to do a few more before I leave it to you guys. I know you can do it, but let's just do a little bit more together. Do this set. Like I said, if you're worried that you missed putting 2 in each one, just kind of look back, and 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6. Can't even count. 2, yep, see I did miss one right there. We're going to go back to it. I wasn't getting 10, was I? I was talking and I skipped the right number. So this is why it doesn't hurt just to kind of do a quick look. That way you're not getting all the way around and realizing you're short and have to redo the whole thing. So we're going to crochet 1 and we're going to put that V-stitch here, which is a double crochet, chain 1 and a double crochet, and then we're going to chain 1. Now we're going to start the rest of it. As you can see, it gets very ripply, but we'll get that straightened out here. So go ahead and I'm going to let you work this on your own. Double crochets, chains, and V-stitch, and we'll see you at the end of this round. Okay, so I finished that round. I am just putting a slip stitch in that third chain from that 4 chains that we did, and then I know it looks crazy. It will be taking shape here in a little bit. So we are going to start doing double crochets together, 2 together, and we're going to be doing that on top of these 10. And what we're going to do here, we're going to do that chain 4, double crochet, chain 1 for a chain, but this time we're going to go straight back into that double crochet that we're on. Well, maybe backtrack. Let's see. Take that back. Only chain 3 this time. I'm thinking of the next row. All right, so we chain 3, which is considered our double crochet. If you did the 4, take out one of them, because we're just doing 2 double crochets in top of this spot here. So we're going to do double crochet. So it ends up being 2 double crochets in the top here. Now we're going to chain 1, then put 2 double crochets in the next. And we're going to crochet 1, and we're going to do 2 double crochets together. So we're going to start our double crochet. We're going to go through just the 2 loops. We're going to go to the next stitch, go through 2. So you have 3 loops on your chain, go through all 3. Let's do that again. We're going to start our double crochet, but we're only going to do it through the first 2 loops. We're going to do another double crochet in the next stitch, go through 2, and then bring those together. So what we're doing is we're starting to shorten these petals again. So you should have 3 loops to go through at the end, because we're just going through the first 2. We're going to go to the next stitch, first 2, and then go through all 3. So we're going back down to having 5 stitches on top. So it's going to start narrowing it down. So we're going to do a chain, and then we're going to go 2 double crochets. Well, 2 double crochets here, chain 1, find the top of your other V-stitch here, 2 double crochets. These do not get a chain between them. We're going to do a chain, and then we're going to do that again. We're going to do it one more time together. So we're going to do start of a double crochet, then we're going to go to the next chain, next space here, start another double crochet, and go all 3. So chain, double crochet, just doing like half of those, and then loop, stitching them together. So yarn over, go through your stitch, through 2. yarn over, go through the next stitch through 2, and then bring it all through 3. Just make sure you don't go back into the one you've done. I've done that, and it looks like I've done it too. All right, you figure out where I did that at. Okay, just had to go back a little bit. I skipped a whole stitch. I skipped a stitch right here. So we're going to make sure we have our stitches where we can see them. I was talking about doing 2 in 1, but I skipped a whole stitch. Okay. Then we'll go to the last ones. Well, I guess we should finish this one off first. Trying to get way ahead of myself here. We're going to do that. Then all of them. Chain 1. Find your V-stitch. We're going to do 2 double crochets into the top one here. Chain 1. Then 2 double crochets on the other side of that V-stitch. Chain 1. And we're going to just do this all the way around. And I am going to stop and let you guys work at your own pace. Just remember, you've seen it's really easy to skip a stitch. Like that one's a little bit smaller for some reason. Make sure I don't forget it. And always check your work at the end. That way you have the right amount of numbers in your stitches. Okay, I'm going to see you at the end. Just remember, if you get off kilter, just look for it, and then you just pull back where you are if you check it in your sets. Now I'm still working on getting around, but I just want to make sure you guys realize if it's getting kind of difficult to handle, you're doing it right. Don't start second doubting yourself. It just, as I said, it gets very a handful when you were doing this, because it's like, where's my end? It's like, oh my gosh, where'd it go? It's way over here, and it just seems like a lot. Don't get discouraged or start thinking, you know, you may not be doing it right. It's just the process of it will work out. When I first did it, it was like, am I doing something wrong? Because it just seemed so much, but you got it, you were doing it right, and we will have this all take its shape here in just a little bit. Just kind of want to make sure you're not, if it's like getting too much and you're unsure, just always, I just make sure I have fan out to what section I'm working on, and then just kind of do the next section. That way you can kind of keep track. Okay, so I'm at the end of the round, so I'm going to put a slip stitch in the top of this chain 3. This is always harder for me to do, it seems. Okay, so that's what we have so far. On this row, we are going to start out with, this is our chain 4. 1, 2, 3, double crochet count, and then chain 1. We are going to put another double crochet in here. Hold on, let me see what we got. I put a chain there. Yep. All right, we are going to, I'm just trying to make sure I tell you to put it in the right spot. We're going to put it on top. Oop, my hands are getting out of the way, I'm sorry. A double crochet. We're going to chain 1, and these 2 double crochets we have, we're going to do double crochet, chain 1, and then on its partner, you're going to do another double crochet. We're going to chain 1. So we're back to our clusters of double crochets. We just did chain 2 together, double crochets. Now we're going to chain 5 together, double crochets. And this is going to make the point of our flower. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We want to make sure that's where it is. So we want to go in the top. We're going to do the same thing, but we're just going to go all the way across and gather our loops. So it looks like we're going to make a double crochet. We're just going to go through 2 loops. Keep all those loops on our hook. So make sure we have all of them. And it does pull, so we want to make sure that we get them all. Oops, I didn't do the yarn over part here into our last one. Okay, so now we should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait a minute. Okay, let me try that one over again because I didn't do something right. We're going to yarn over, go in, yarn through 2. Then we should have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to yarn over and go through all 6 loops. And then we're going to chain 1. And as you can see, there's the start of our flower. And then we're going to go, we want to find our 2 double crochets together. And then we're going to go and do a double crochet in the top of the first one, chain 1, and double crochet in the next one, chain 1. Then our next 2 twins here, and double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1. So we're ready for our 5 doubles together, and it's right here. We're going to do it again. So we're going to go through 2, do it again, then our next one, through 2, all the way across. If it helps, count in your head. You should have 5. But you should have 6 loops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yarn over, pull all through, chain 1. And then we're going to just go straight over into our twin double crochets over here, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, these are, we are putting a chain in between them, and then we're ready for our next 5 doubles together. Okay, we're going to do that one more time, and then I'm going to let you work on your own. So start your double crochet just like we've been doing. Just go through 2 all the way across, 3, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you're ready to just chain 1. And we want to make sure, because it pulls it, we want to make sure we just go straight over to our double crochet, chain 1, and a double crochet. Okay, so this is the rest, what we're doing all the way around. If you get unsure, just kind of replay a little bit of it, and then we're going to meet you at the end. As you see, we're starting to get our little puffs, and then we'll be ready for the next 2 rounds, which is the bordering part. Okay, so I'm at the end of the last cluster, I've chained 1, and then I'm going to go into this top of the chain 3 that we did starting out. It always seems to be so hard for me. We're just going to do slip stitch. Okay, I know it still looks kind of crazy, but it is going to take shape here. We're going to square it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did I? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Man, I thought I made a mistake. Scared myself. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and start making our corner rounds. And what we're going to do, we're going to do that chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to go into the next top of this double crochet with a double crochet. And then in the next one, we're going to go into the space, chain space here. We're going to do 2 double crochets, chain 3, and we're going to come back in the same space and do 2 more double crochets. So we're forming our corner. We are going to chain 1, and on the top of the next double crochet you see right here, we're going to do another double crochet. By this, we should be 1 more double crochet. We're going to chain 1. We're going to put a double crochet, chain 1, and on top of our clusters here, we're going to do a half double. So that's where we just, there we go. And then we're going to do a chain, and then we're going to start single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, make sure I'm in the right spot, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1. We're going to back at top of our petal, we're going to do a half double, chain 1, then double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and then we're at our corner again. We've got the chain 1, then let's do our corner. Make sure you chain 3, then 2 more double crochets. Okay, we're going to pick up here, do 1 more, and we're going to chain 1, then we're going to put another double crochet right next to that one, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, and then we should be ready for a half double, chain 1, I'm sorry, then we're going to do a single crochet 4 times, so chain 1, single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1, and single crochet, chain 1, and then we're ready for our half double, the top of our petal, chain 1, double crochet, 1 chain, double crochet, chain 1, and this should be our corner again, which is 2 double crochets, chain 3, and 2 double crochets. Okay, so see, we're starting, we have 2 corners done. Back it up a little bit to see if you can see it. So you can kind of see it start taking shape. And we're just going to do the next 2 sides. And then we will be ready for the last round. So we chain 1 into this top here. Oh, come back here. Chain 1. We're going to be at the top of our petal, so we're going to do a half double crochet. Chain 1, single, chain 1, single, chain 1, single, chain 1, and top back of our back at the top of our petal, and we're going to do the double crochet or half double. There we go, chain 1, and then we're getting ready to do our next corner. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys work the rest of that corner and the one side, and we'll see you here for the very last round. Okay, so we just did the last half double on our petal, so we're going to do chain 1. We're going to find that 3rd chain up and do a slip stitch. And our very final row is all double crochets. All right, come on, get you through. I don't know why I have a hard time with slip stitching those. All right, so now just kind of make sure I got my square. Like you see, it's taking shape. So like I said, this one is all double crochets from side to side, not the corners. We should have 26 double crochets. Of course, the corners, we'll do those. So we are going to start off with a chain 3 as our first double crochet, and we are going to do a double crochet in that chain 1, and then we're going to do, of course, a double crochet in the top of existing stitches. When we get to the corner, the combination for here is 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets, and then just start our sides again. Just want, like I said, we want to do, make sure we put a double crochet in those space stitches or chain stitches. And that is going to be what we're going to do for the whole border. These single crochets can be a little bit harder to spot because remember we do have a chain in between. And then of course we have the stitch itself. I think that's the difficult part, trying to make sure I have the right count for the single crochet ones. It starts to buckle up. It's a good sign that you got one more in there than you needed. This to me is a definite blocking square to kind of give it its shape back. I'm going to go to the corner, so I am going to let you guys just go ahead and do the rest of it. Remember, it's 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 double crochets. And I'm just going to let you finish out your border, and we will meet at the end and give it a good look at. So there's what, here we go. There's my one side. Try to get, well, come on, get in the frame. Go a little bit higher. So, and if it starts to buckle like this, that's a good sign that you got more than stitches than you need. Or if there's a gap, just what you missed one. So that's going to be all you need to do all the way around. I'm going to go ahead and let you work on your own in your own pace, no hurry. And when you're ready and you're back to this side, we will meet again and take a good look at the square, and hopefully you've enjoyed it. All right at our last area, we're just going to do a slip stitch. I'm just going to do a couple chains, get a cut. I don't do, especially for squares, and we're going to have to put a border in. I just kind of make sure, bring that down. All right, get my hook away, get my yarn put up. Let's get it straightened out some. All right. I'm going to put it on my blocking board just so we can get a good look at it. So give me a minute. Okay, one final look at the square. I believe this one probably just crocheted looser. I don't think I did as tight as stitches as I did the first one. We'll see when it bounces back, but this will get it a little bit more squared out. So here's the previous one I did yesterday, and this is the one we did today. If you did this with me, let me know how you like it. Are you going to try to make this granny square? Appreciate you coming in and watching. I hope it was enjoyable. I know it was a bit long, and I'm sorry for that, but again, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys later. Bye for now.